Good morning, guys. I was just about to do a bit of a workout for my lower body, so I thought I would just quickly film it for you. So this is going to be a relatively short blast. I've just got a little bit of time in between my lectures. So all I'm going to use is a resistance band. This one's like a medium to heavy band. If you only have a light to medium, it'll work the same, but it's nice to have something a little bit heavier sometimes, I find. So we're going to start with the band around your thighs. So you want it to be up above your knees. And if you've got a longer band and you're tying it in a knot, that's okay too, but just try to flatten it out so it's not more of a rope. It is nice and flat around the thighs. And we'll come into your 4-point kneel position. Now we're just going to start with a cat-cow stretch here. So we want to spread your fingers out nice and wide, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and your gaze is looking just above your hands at the mat. We're going to inhale here, and as you're breathing in, we can start to round through the spine, drawing your belly button up, tucking your chin and eyeline on the navel there. As you exhale, we're going to slowly roll from the base of your spine, bone by bone, all the way up, lifting your chin, rolling those shoulders down and back. And we'll just work through those two extremes, knowing that you can make this as big or as little of a movement as you'd like. You can add a little bit of side to side action in as well if you want, or you can keep it quite simple. Let's go for just 2 more, and it's just about warming up the spine there, especially if you've just gotten out of bed or just up from your desk like me. Beautiful. And then we're going to come to just a neutral and bring your knees and feet in together. So your feet and your knees are pressed together here, but your toes are still face down, or face up I should say, so your soles of your feet are pointing up. We're going to press your fingers down into the floor and send your weight back just a little bit. So my weight is now off my wrists and it's more into my knees, which is just going to allow me to spend a little bit longer here. We'll start moving with your left leg. We inhale where we are, abs are drawn in, spine is long and flat. As you exhale, you're just going to draw your knee away from center, keeping your toes together. We inhale down. So it's just finding that resistance. It's almost like our clam shell movement here, so when we lay on our side, but we're in a different position so we can work the core a little bit more effectively. Get a little bit of passive work through those arms as well. And you're also going to feel your supporting leg, which is something that we don't quite get from our clamshell position. Good, so exactly the same as when we are in the clam. It's an exhale out and an inhale down. And as my left leg is moving, I want to squeeze that left hand side of my bum. So the moving leg, you squeeze right into the side there. Let's go for another 10. Just find your natural rhythm here. 9. Exhale up. 8. 7. 6. We don't want to relax between each, we just keep it moving. 4. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to add straight to that. So we're going to turn this into our full fire hydrant movement, which is lifting that whole left leg out to the side. Again, weight is back over those knees a little bit more than it is through the wrists, but press your fingers down. We exhale to draw up. We inhale slowly down until you feel the resistance loosening against that band. So we don't, again, come into our rest. Let's go for 10. 9, squeeze your left side of your bum as you lift up here. 8. 7. Tummy draws in. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. We're going to hold up on 1 and we'll do some little pulses here. For 10. 9. 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We can have just a little rest back, nice and quick. I'm just going to flip sides so So you can see my moving leg. We're going to go straight onto the other side. So toes and knees are together. Weight back over those knees a little bit more. Tummy drawn in. You can just soften through your elbows here, and we do want to keep those fingertips pressed. We're starting with our clam shell. So we exhale out, we inhale in. Making sure you can just feel that band. So if your band like mine has rolled down, pull it back up again. Good, toes stay together. Keep the back of your neck long, so eye line is still looking out in front of your hands towards the top of your mat. For 8. 7, now you're squeezing the right hand side of your bum. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. We're going to turn this straight into our side lifts. 10. 9. 8. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. 7. 6. 5. Whole leg moves. 4. 3. 2. We're holding up. We're going to pulse it here for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. We can rest down. Taking that band off of the thighs. Lovely. Pop it down by your side. We're going to come straight back into that 4-point kneel. Let's keep moving on your right hand side. So your right knee is going to open out to the side, circle back, and draw down where it started. So we go out, back, and down. You keep that same bend through your knees as you go here. So it's the front of your knee, the bent part, that's drawing the circle. We're going to go for 5 more in this direction. 5. Squeeze the bum the whole time. That's the key. 4. 3. Keep your gaze to the front of your mat. Don't look through at your legs. 2. 1. We finish where we started, and we're going to go back. So you're lifting behind you to the side and down. Behind, side, down. Nice big circle. Keep your breath moving here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We've got 5 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest that knee down. We're going straight onto the other side. So we go out, around, and down, out, up, and down. And again, it's that bend in your knee that's drawing the circles. Imagine you had a pencil sticking out of right into the bend in your knee, and I don't want you to ignore that lifted part of your circle where we really need to squeeze through the bottom. Keep your tummy drawn in here, so we're not going to move excessively through the waist. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4. If you need to make these smaller, make them smaller. You want to find your range and your control. 2, 1. Let's reverse it. So we go up, out, and down. Good. Really scoop out wide. Don't cheat as we go. For 5. Draw the abs in. 4. 3. Keep them big. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Have a mini rest down here. Pressing back. Lift up through the wrist. Press your fingers into the floor. Nice little stretch there. And then dragging up. We'll take our band back around the thighs. Beautiful. And you're going to come down, so you're laying on your back now. Wonderful. We want that band to be even across the thighs. Again, nice and flat here. I'm just trying not to crush my microphone. You can probably get down a little bit more gracefully than that. Just laying down flat on the floor. Feet are planted at hip distance apart. Let's bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to inhale here, and rather than doing our traditional pelvic curl, where we tuck the tailbone and roll up, we're going to do a pelvic press instead. So your spine is staying in this neutral position. We're going to lift the hips as one, straight up, pressing your hips up towards the ceiling. When we come down, I just want you to come down to halfway. So we keep that neutral curve through your spine as we go. We inhale halfway down. Exhale, pressing up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, press. So if you've been doing my videos for a little while, you should feel the contrast here between when we roll down bone by bone. Here it's just those hips that are leading the movement down. We squeeze the bottom, coming up. We're going to keep the core supporting our lower back, so draw the belly in, wide flat abs. And I want you to keep your hips and your knees in alignment here. So those knees are staying out at hip distance apart, and you're feeling just that gentle resistance against your band. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, exhale up, press those heels in, 6, relaxing shoulders, relaxing face, 3, 2, holding up on 1. We're going to draw your knees out and come back to that hip distance apart. So find your resistance and back to hip distance. Resistance, distance. Good. I want you to really be squeezing against that band each time here, but our hips are staying level and your feet are staying flat. So we're not lifting up onto the sides of your feet. We're just finding that natural flexibility there, the natural amount that you can open your hips. Open your knees. Let's go for another 10, 9. I've got my fingers here, just making sure that my core is working, so they're not adding any weight or any pressure. I'm just feeling that strength through my waist. 4. You're welcome to have them here, or you can have them flat by your sides. But either way, they should be relaxed. Last 1. We're going to drop your hips to halfway and lift. Let's go for 8 little openers now. 7, 6, squeezing the bum, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to drop the hips halfway and lift. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to drop the hips, coming up, squeeze the bum. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hips, inhale, exhale, coming up. We're going for 2 and 1. We're going to drop the hips to halfway, come up. Let's go for 10. So squeezing out and in. 9, big movements. 8, 7, press the big toes. 6, 5, tummy draws in. 4, 3, 2, we're going to hold out on 1. Little pulses here for 10, 9, 8, squeeze your bum. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees in, rolling down. Beautiful. Hands come up overhead. Stretch those legs out. One leg, second leg, nice big reach. And as you exhale, we can roll ourselves up into your seated, rolling forward, fingers towards toes. Let your head hang heavy here. Beautiful. And coming up to seated. Now you can repeat that again. That's really all I have time for at the moment. So that's all that I am going to do right now. But if you'd like something longer, I've got some longer videos on my channel as well. So you can go to my channel. And if you've been watching my videos, I would love it if you would subscribe and give the videos a thumbs up as well. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you again later in the week. I'm going to do a few shorter, sharper videos this week. Have a good one.